Hello, this is Alex and welcome to Hey Little Thrifter. Today I'm going to be talking about Geek Love by Katherine Dunn. I read this for the first time in May and it was absolutely amazing, and I don't say that lightly. I rarely give out 5 stars to books and this was definitely a 5-star read for me. I was blown away by it. I thought it was incredible. All I really knew about this before getting into it is that it's about a carnival family and the mother and father use different cocktails of drugs while the mother is pregnant in order to produce babies with various deformities and abnormalities so they can be part of their freak show. In this video, I don't really want to go into too much specific detail about the characters or what happens in this book, because I really would love you to just discover it for yourself. But I do want to touch on a few things just to give you a bit of a flavour, just to see if it piques your interest. The writing style in here I absolutely loved. It did take a little bit to get used to. Initially I had to kind of really focus on what I was reading in order to digest it, but it definitely didn't take me long to get immersed in the writing. A couple of things that I'm really amazed by is Dunn's ability to add in so many characters and ideas, but for it all to totally work. There are quite a lot of characters in this book, but they are all so detailed and well written that it never becomes confusing. You never forget who a certain character is or anything like that. Also, there are so many ideas in here, and there are times when I've been reading other books and you can tell the author has a lot of ideas, but it just feels like they've tried to fit too much in there and it doesn't really work. That is not the case here. She's thrown a million things in here, but it totally works somehow. A lot of the themes in this book are about the freaks versus the norms, perfection versus imperfection, how we look on the outside, how we present ourselves to the world, how we perceive others from the way they look. Not only that, but also our inner as well as our outer. This deals a lot with the family dynamic and how that changes over time, how all of the different interrelationships with the members of the family are and how they also develop. This no doubt deals with some dark and disturbing elements, but for me there were also moments of lightness and almost whimsy, for want of a better word. If you are the kind of person that can see beauty in things that other people might find ugly, then I think you might like this book. Overall, I found this book fascinating, heartbreaking, shocking, and all around wonderful. I don't think I've read anything quite like it, and I'm so glad that I finally picked it up. I had been aware of this book for quite a number of years, but for whatever reason had never actually picked it up, and the more time passed, the more difficult it was to finally reach for it, because it had a lot of years of hype built up around it, and one day I just figured, let's do this. It is time, let's get her done. I buddy read this with Emily at Page Turns. I will link her channel down below, and we had a really great experience. I think it was actually both of our first ever buddy reads, so this was an absolute cracker to start on. We both loved the book and we had a really great experience buddy reading it and being able to discuss it as we went along. It is a bit of a hard book to describe because there is a lot going on in here, but saying that, I definitely could keep talking about it for quite a long time, but I did want to keep this video a bit more brief and just to give you a few of my thoughts on it and see if it might interest you as well. Please do let me know if you've read this and if you enjoyed it or not. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!